So the condensed version of what I'm going to talk about is mostly just the entire process of how I've done this and how, there was mistakes and all this other stuff. There will be my glorious pictures and silly little drawings of what wasn't captured on camera. Starting out my project was actually kind of hard, mostly because of the fact of there were so many that I could have chosen from and a lot I couldn't afford, honestly. However, thanks to the help of both my cheapskateness and from looking on so many things for so long, I finally settled on a Plague Doctor mask. Though before that, there was one that I was actually willing to spend money on, which was a mask from Moon Knights, I think it was. Regardless, it was a cool looking mask. After it was done printing, the mask came in two parts, the beak and the actual mask. They were separate, so I had to solder them together, which wasn't too hard, but it also wasn't the easiest thing ever. This is a picture from before it was soldered together, and for those who don't know what soldering is, in this case, it's where you melt plastic using a hot iron to put the two pieces together, or however many pieces there are, rather. Anyways, I used putty to fill in any of the holes that were left during soldering, as well as the sanding that I would do later. Then there's the primer. Not really a primer that you would use before painting, but it's a primer that you would use to fill in holes. These two steps are very important since it ensures the fact that the helmet will be smooth in the end. After doing putty and primer, it was just sanding from there, and for about 2 months I just sanded. Then I got to have fun. Spray painting my mask was very easy since both the primer and the actual color were black. It took 2 layers for it to look right, and I'm aware that I could have been creative with what I did with it, but honestly it was just easier to do that instead. The initial drying time was 15 minutes, and to actually handle the mask, it was 24 hours. Alas, since I'm ever so impatient, I took it immediately after it finished drying on the second day, and decided to do the finer details like the actual buttons and eye rims around the mask. The eyes were one of the most easiest parts to do since it was mostly just plastic, window tint, and some water, along with cutting it out. There was this whole kit and video for me to watch, so that's why it was also so easy. In a short summary, measure, peel off one side, trace, cut out, and window tint. Naturally, this can't be progress without mistakes. The first one was when I was looking at a different mask, and it wasn't really the file that I needed. It was an STL file, but it didn't really work. Then there was my 3D prints messing up. One would peel off from the glass that holds the print, and other times it would just fail for some reasons that I don't even know. Then there was the little cracks that would be left when I was soldering, an easy fix from the godsend that it's putty and primer. In the end, my mask actually looked pretty good. The fine details were on point, the mask and beak were properly put together, and it even had Velcro on the back so it could hold up on my face. It was done by the time Halloween had came around, so it was perfect for my Halloween costume. And nothing bad ever happened to it. Until it did, and it broke. But then I fixed it again. Yay!